Hi students, how are you? Hope all of you have studied my several lectures very seriously. Now, we need to see some advanced part of organizational behavior. Students, as I told very beginning phase, it is not the basics of organizational behavior, in fact it is advanced part. We are seeing the basics, theories and advanced part of organizational behavior. So, 11th module, we are in 11th module, that module employees experience and resilience. In last lecture, I have discussed about basics of employee experience. Now, you see the second lecture of employee experience, that is levels of employee experience. Again, I am telling you, it is the matter of research. You may have very little text on these particular cases. Of course, you will have more research material on this particular part. Students' experience is very important part. It is nothing that to tell values, knowledge, interaction in an organization with a specified period of time, which governs employee experience. Now, see the levels. At different level, what kind of experience gained by an employee during his tenure. Why we study employee experience? The main notion is that they have some positive and very energetic experience throughout the life, which ultimately lead organizational performance, efficiency and effectiveness. Today, in levels of employee experience, we will discuss some things, some important part, like as introductory part, of course, that will be there. Then importance of employee experience, then level of employee experience, the role of HR manager in different experience level, measuring the employee experience. Students, HR and OB both are, as I told, that both part of one coin. Without OB, HR is not possible, nobody can think. And HR policy, in fact, dependent on OB theories. So, what way some of theories of OB and HR are overlapped. But what we need to clarify here, what HR policy is required basically to enhance employee experience. Here, experience is nothing to tell knowledge, learning, emotions, gain experienced by an employee during certain period of time, during tenure of his or total employment time. Now, what to study in this case? That would be the objectives of HR manager, basically to enhance the quality of work life. Then definitely employees will have positive experience. If employees has positive experience, they will contribute more, and ultimately that may lead employer branding and some positive influence on organization behavior. Of course, we will discuss this particular part, what way you can measure the employee experience. It is not the cognitive issue only, it is practical experience also. So, it may differ people to people, employees to employees, but overall employee experience is much important. Now, see introductory part, some of useful points. If you work in a company's human resource department, it is essential to understand employee experience during their tenure at the company. The amount of practical knowledge employees acquire over time while working in a position is referred to as the employee's work experience level. With experience, employees become more knowledgeable about the duties of their position, are able to handle increasingly challenging job with expanding responsibilities. This is very important, students. Employees can anticipate that their performance goals will have a greater direct influence on business outcomes as they progress through the various positions they have during their career. Employees will eventually be eligible for a higher, better wages as they accumulate more work experience. Now, see, tenure is one of the most important part of employees' experience. An engaged employee during his tenure have maximum experience and they will be the more knowledgeable. Now, being a HR officials, you must be knowing one engaged people and experience more valuable than least engaged employees. Why it is important? It is important that you can get the useful feedback, important information about the job. So, job can be restructured later on stage. Job design will be very helpful once employees has the very right experience. Now, students, importance of employee experience. This is very common part, enhance productivity and performance, facilitates leadership development, improves employee engagement and retention. This is very common part. But even one must be knowing experience should be linked with productivity, employees must be linked with retention, and this is very important part, student. That is why we have incorporated this part in OB nomenclature. This is the very important in the sense HR manager has to be very careful what way you can give the good experience to the employees, so that they will have more knowledge, more creative, more innovative. The enhanced productivity performance is very common. Aligning tasks with an employee's experience ensures efficiency and quality. Seasoned employees can tackle complex challenge, while newer staff focus on fundamental tasks, collectively boosting organizational performance. Facilitates leadership development. Senior employees often mentor junior staff, promoting knowledge transfer and leadership cultivation. The dynamic prepares middle level employees for future leadership role, ensure organizational continuity. Now, see, students, what exactly organizational continuity? At which level people used to leave the job? That is in mid level, if the employees does not have proper experience. So, organizational continuity is very important thing, that people is supposed to continue for longer period. See, people leave the job, it is not because of employee's career, but it is because of satisfaction. It is because of good experience with the organization. So, what way HR manager can expedite different perspective of experience in right way, so that employees and organizational continuity may be ensured. Improves employee engagement retention. This is very common things, acknowledging and supporting employees at different career stage, foster a sense of values and belongingness. Tailored employee training, and clear career progression path enhance job satisfaction, reduce turnover rates. Promotes effective collaboration and knowledge sharing. This is very important part, students. Try to understand. Effective collaboration, knowledge sharing. A workforce comprising varied experience level, balance, stability and adaptability. While experienced employees provide strategic direction, newer staff introduce contemporary ideas, fostering innovation and competitiveness. Aligns with business growth and innovation. Diverse experience is very important part, students. Diverse experience levels within teams, encourage mentorship and the exchange of ideas. This collaboration leverage the fresh perspective of newer employees and the seasoned insights of veterans, driving innovation. So, this is the things basically one has to very clear what way you can share the knowledge. Importance, knowledge share is nothing that in transmitting some of creative information, valuable information or insight among the different group of people at different layers. Ultimately, that particular information improves the organizational decision making process very efficiently. Align with business growth and innovation is very important things. Once organization provide right experience to employees, then definitely employees will align their performance with organizational objectives. Now see, it is very important levels of employees experience. What exactly? It means entry level, mid level and the senior level. Now see, what is it exactly? Little entry level, little to no prior work experience, learning fundamental skills and company process, requires close supervision and guidance, typically includes interns, trainees or junior employees. So, this is the entry level. Mid level, several years of experience in this field, more independent, handling complex tasks with less supervision, often involved in mentorship and decision making, typically includes specialist, senior associate or managers. Senior level, extensive industry experience plus 10, responsible for strategic decision making leadership, provides mentorship, drives innovation, includes senior managers, directors and executives. Students, why this kind of classification, senior level, entry level and the mid level? That means every level you just acquire new type of experience. That experience drives innovation, that experience drives creativity, that experience identify the real thrust area of organization. Ultimately, your decision making process that will be very brilliant and vibrant, that because of we have some experienced people and they have well equipped with different tasks, with different activities. Now see, entry level employee 0 to 2 years, what kind of knowledge they are gaining, what kind of experience they are gaining. Learning phase, high adaptability, require mentorship training, high enthusiasm but limited practical experience. This is the main aspect of entry-level employees. That phase employees does not have more experience and they are more adaptable. One more important thing, they have the high enthusiasm, but what is very important part, they are not having maximum practical exposure. Challenges faced by entry-level manager: knowledge gap and skill development, adjustment to corporate culture, need for guidance and supervision. Now see, as I prescribed, as I mentioned in the slides, there is the levels of employee experience, 3 different levels: first level, second level and third level. In first level, what kind of experience they are gaining? Second level, what kind of experience? Third level, what kind of experience and what kind of challenge? Experience is nothing. The level of transactions, level of working experience or so-called interactions and emotions at the specified period of time. So these experience, once any employee gain in right way, that really contributes a lot for decision making purpose and other necessary activities. Knowledge gap, entry level is one of the most important because their experience is 0 to 2 years, very lesser experience. They have the knowledge gap. They are not creating any kind of knowledge. In fact, they are gaining, acquiring skill. Once person clarify, develop huge number of skill, then definitely they can contribute a lot, they can develop excellent knowledge. Skill gap is there, knowledge gap is there, adjustment to corporate cultures, need for guidance and supervision. This is very important. And I think if you study the job characteristics model, or that is so called leader-member exchange, leader-member relationship model, you will be learning exactly what level of job and what level of interaction, what level of mentorship that creates employees more creative and brilliant. Now see, 3 to 7 years experience, mid-level people stepping into leadership role, operating with greater autonomy, functioning and beginning decision making process. Challenges faced by mid-level managers: managing workload and stress, career growth and promotions, work-life balance. This is very important part, students. That is managing workload and stress, career growth and promotion, work-life balance. Mid-level career is one of the great issue nowadays. What way you can fix the challenges of career and fix the challenges of work-life balance and managing workload, because 3 to 7 years is the crucial period of one particular employee's career. And this is the acid test year basically. That particular year, employees supposed to show their leadership. They want to be creative, they want to show themselves, they want to create their own image. That particular cases, work-life balance may be one of the hindrance and work-related stress may be the one of the critical context which needs to be addressed. Senior level employees experience, characteristics of senior level: extensive industry knowledge, leadership and strategic decision making, coaching and mentoring. Junior levels is very important part, but there are good number of challenge adapting to new technologies, succession planning, maintaining motivation and engagement is very important part. I think succession planning is one of the great challenge basically for senior level employees experience. Succession planning is nothing that who will be replaced against you. After you, who will be? Do you have proper manpower planning? Do you have scientific process of recruitment selection so that immediately you can replace the outgoing employees? Now see, factors affecting employee experience level. What are the various factors that affect the employee experience? Industry. Some industries may require more specialized experience. This is very important part, students. Some industry, they are demanding high level of specialized experience. Education and qualification, advanced degrees or certificate can accelerate career progression. Company culture, opportunities for growth and development vary by organization. Performance, high performing employees may advance more quickly. This is some of factors basically which affects employee experience. Why company culture? If culture is sound, then definitely employees will have proper experience. If there is organization is learning and development culture, then definitely employees will be learning centric. Performance, high performing employees may advance more quickly. It's very important part, students. High performance workers, because performance is one of the indicator basically. That means if any organization demand excellent performance, then definitely that will affect on employee experience. Now see, role of HR in managing different experience level. This is very important, I am telling you. What is the role of employee experience? Why role is very important, being a HR professional, being what I say that employee experience? Because experience to be accelerated, that because of role of employees. Number one, talent acquisition and onboarding. HR professional tailor recruitment strategies to attract candidates at different experience level. For entry level roles, HR focus on campus recruitment, internship, apprenticeship. For mid level and senior level position, HR leverage professional network, executive search firm and internal promotion. Dressler 2022. Training and development, HR department design training programs based on the experience level of employees. Entry level employees need fundamental skill training including company policies, technical skills and soft skills development. No et al. 2021. Mid career professionals benefit from leadership training, advanced skill advancement and cross functional exposure. Gile et al. 2020. Senior employees require executive coaching, strategic thinking and industry trend analysis to remain competitive. Aldrich et al. 2019. Diversity and inclusions, HR ensures inclusivity across all employees level by promoting cross generational collaboration, knowledge sharing and diverse knowledge pipelines. Bristow et al. 2021. Now see, what is it exactly? I want to clarify here. Training and development, diversity inclusions, talent acquisition, onboarding. These are all the important part of HR through which you can give the good experience to the employees. Giving one example, training and development. If you train the people in right way, identify the right people for training. You are not supposed to impart training to all. Create the cluster, this type of people having no experience, these people are having good experience. Not to impart training to all. And that training program has to be evaluated at different levels. Then you will be knowing exactly what is the output of training. Once people are trained, they will have the good experience. Now, performance management and feedback, this is very important. HR professionals implement differentiated performance management strategies. For junior employees, frequent feedback, goal setting and structured performance appraisal are essential. Aguinis 2022. Mid-level employees require 360-degree feedback mechanism, career development discussion and succession planning. Louiser and Handon 2021. Senior leaders benefit from high-level performance reviews, strategic goal alignment and board evaluation. Compensation and practice. Compensation strategies must reflect experience level. Entry-level employees are motivated by competitive salary, education benefits and career growth opportunities. Entry-level employees are motivated by competitive salaries. Senior executives are often incentivized with stock options, profit sharing and long term retention bonuses. So, this is some of creative part of employee experience as far as level and what kind of role HR manager has to perform. Now, see what my interest of discussion here basically, this is to know exactly how performance management can enhance employee experience. Now, see, before performance appraisal or after performance appraisal, if you give the information to the employees, and employee will be ready basically for doing this kind of activities for mechanism, employee experience mechanism. Then once you measure the people, give the right feedback to the people, employees, then employees will be happy. Then that particular cases, employees performance, employees experience, you can identify what kind of changes they have done basically that because of information. Now measuring the employee experience, we need to measure the employee experience basically, set the objectives first, track some kind of indicators, identify some kind of metrics, collect feedback through different mechanism like as onboarding process, provide feedback, encourage the sharing of ideas to improve process, analyze feelings, adopt a real attitude of and listening and considering the feedback you receive, adopt a continuous improvement process, management, social relations, internal communications, etc. invite agility into your project. So, that is the measuring. There is no any mechanism I am telling you or of measuring the employee experience. There is no barometer, there is no any psychometric practice through which you will be knowing exactly what are the levels, what are the experience employees gain. It is basically one of certain issue basically which align with employee engagement. Engaged people are more experienced, committed people are more experienced. Employee engagement, employee commitment, employee experience, employee resilience, employee dynamism, all the things are highly interrelated. Academic nomenclature are different, but ultimate goal is that we need to improve this kind of things because each are connected with other construct. Now, see some of questions for your preparation for understanding these particular things. Try to gain good experience in your tenure of your job because that experience improve your career, that experience create value to the organizations, that is so called win-win situation. It is not the lose-win situation or lose-lose situation, it is the win-win situation. How do different levels of employee experience affect productivity and retention? Students try to understand all kind of things. How can HR ensures consistency in employee experience across organizations? What key metrics and methods are used to measure employee experience? This is very important part. We need to identify some of yardstick or measures which is changeable at different period of time. Then you can do analysis. That's why it is called the data metrics analytics. How can leadership and management contribute to overcoming this challenge? What are some effective strategies for improve employee experience? Finally, you just see some of reference that will help you basically for understanding employee experience. So many books are there basically. You can see the performance management books, you see some good journal, International Human Resource Management Journal, Talent on Demand, you can see compensation, you can see managing human resources, Pearson, some other articles like as Preferred J 2018, Robinson Just Year 2021, some books, Story 2020, some books. Of course, you can follow the Ulrich channels because he is one of the good professor of HR or as far as practicing HR is concerned, and he is also very important personality in the field of HR, creating more innovation as far as its organizational practice is concerned. So many things I have asked students as far as employee experience level is concerned. My final submission is that level defines experience. At every level, you will have the different type of experience. Are you regarding this experience, creating value out of this experience? Organization can leverage this kind of experience. That is the great intention of, organization or senior level people. So, it is purely the learning and development. So, I think more reference you can say, that is some Robbins books you can see, Morgan, Indeed Editorial Team 2005, 25 work experience levels. You can see all these things will help you to prepare your script in nice way. Thank you very much for listening.